Welcome to the Monte Carlo E-Prix where Antonio Felix Costa is put on pole ahead of Norman Nato and Sebastian Buemi. Lucas Di Grassi in P4 with Nico Muller, P5, Zane Maloney, P6 with Maximilian Gunter, P7, Felipe Dragovic, P8 with Robin Freelands, P9, how do you say his name, Sam Bird, P10 with Stoffel Van Dorn, P11, Taylor Barnard, P12 with Jake Hughes, P13, David Beckman, P14, John Ekvern, P15, Mitch Evans, P16, Pascal Wehrlein, P17, Oliver Rowland, P18, Dan Tickton, P19, Nick Cassidy, P20, Jake Dennis, P21, and Eduardo Mortara, P22. Formula E will be underway for Season 11 in a moment's time. One, two, three, four, 5 red lights. And the Monte Carlo E-Prix is underway. Dak gets off the line. Very good start from him. His Porsche teammate. Gonna have to really work through the pack though. Norman Nato, 2/10 behind. Dak is Antonio Felix Acosta immediately trying to build that gap, but Norman Nato takes the lead in Monte Carlo E-Prix. Why don't we have cameras on this? The cameramen need to get their stuff together. Get off Wehrlein. We're gonna just go up to the front ourselves. Norman Nato has took the lead of the Monte Carlo E-Prix. Yellow flags in Sector 2. Oh, I think it's a crash on the hairpin. I think that was a crash on the hairpin. No one's out of the race so far. But it's a very feisty start to this Formula E season. Oh, Di Grassi getting a penalty. Oh, it's a pile-up. It's a huge pile-up. Virtual safety car. It's a horrible start to the season for Oliver Rowland out of the Monte Carlo E-Prix. That is not how you want to start the season. Oh, it's a blockage there. This has given Norman Nato the chance to build that gap to Antonio Felix da Costa. He has now got 2.3 seconds to da Costa. Lap 2 of 19. Virtual safety car now ending back under green flag conditions. David Beckman in the Cupra Kiro gonna try and get the move on John Ekvern. John Ekvern does have a damaged front wing. It's easy pickings for David Beckman on the Formula E champion. I think it's a 2-time champion. Yeah, John Ekvern is a 2-time champion. Mitch Evans closing up to the back of Pascal Wehrlein. Jake Dennis and the Andretti going to try and close the gap to Felipe Dragovic, but to not so much success at the moment. Oh no, to a lot of success actually. Jake Dennis right past Felipe Dragovic in the Mahindra. Door very close to the wall! Jake Dennis into the wall after getting ahead of Felipe Dragovic virtual safety car. That is Nick Cassidy out of the Monte Carlo E-Prix. And that is another virtual safety car. 2 virtual safety cars so far in 3 laps of racing. Not an ideal start to this season from an entertainment perspective. But Norman Nato isn't so far ahead of Antonio Felix da Costa now. Gonna have to build up that gap again. Dan Tickton gonna try for the move on Jake Hughes. Couldn't get... Yeah, just couldn't get it there. Oh no, Jake Hughes? Is it... Ladies and gentlemen, I am new to this. I need to learn everyone's names. I think it's Jake Hughes? Jake Hughes is a sound right. Hold on, let me check. Is it Jake Hughes? It is Jake Hughes. Okay. It is Jake Hughes. Oh, Muller around the outside of Sebastian Buemi going to take P4 from the Envision Racing car. And that is not ideal. But their new team principal going to be watching this race. But Buemi down the inside. Side by side through the first sector. And off. Oh, Nico Muller. They're going to get the position. Very close racing between the Envision and the Andretti. Very, very close racing. So have to get a bit better now. Pascal Wehrlein, fastest lap. But now Mitch Evans' fastest lap. 3.4 seconds faster than Pascal Wehrlein's lap. But we're going to try and go down the inside of Nico Willer, side by side, through the chicane. They're going to go to the wall. No, they're not going to the wall. Dan ticked him in the Cupra Kiro into the wall, though. Someone did go to the wall. Surprisingly, wasn't either of them. Maximilian Goiter into the wall as well. These drivers just love the walls around Monte Carlo. Norman Nato still has this lead. And it is very wet conditions. Doesn't seem like it's going to let up anytime soon. Oh, very close to each other going to chicane. Luckily, no one goes into the wall. But that's going to be the Jaguar and the Porsche. Is that a Porsche? Yeah, that is a Porsche. That is a Porsche. So it's just hard to tell. It's just hard to tell the logos on the timing tower. Oh, but I said it doesn't look like it was going to let up. I have just eaten my words. It is going to let up. Buemi and Guenta onto the sauce. Oh! And a spin for Jean-Eric Verne in the first sector, and that is the Lola as well of Zane Maloney. Also sideways. Jesus. And like I was saying before, originally I said this rain wouldn't let up. Turns out it has let up. The rain has stopped. Track is still wet though. Might take you. They could probably last another few laps on the wet tyres before having to come in. Norman Nato still has its lead, but Nico Bola takes the lead since Norman Nato and Antonio Fiesta Costa had to go to the pits, and that is very close between the Andrettis. Believe that is that's an Andretti lapping their teammate. That is Andretti Civil War. Oh, I think that's the McLaren. Who went into the wall? I think it was the McLaren. Oh! The Lola and the Cupra Kiro both into the wall. Everyone's going into the wall. It's mayhem. Yellow flag to sectors 2 and 3. Mitch Evans into the wall. Now this is not ideal. Oh, Zane Maloney into the wall. Felipe Djokovic into the wall. Jesus Christ, lads, slow down. How many people are going to be fixing damage coming into the pits? Oh, the Lola of Luke. Oh, Eduardo Mortara started the race in last. Ends up with a DNF. Eduardo Mortara is out of the season opener. Lucas Di Grassi was into the wall earlier, along with a few other drivers. You could see smoke coming out of the rear of Mortara's car. Felipe Djokovic hasn't been a great race for Felipe so far. Down in P18. Not as bad as Jake Dennis though. Lucas Di Grassi serving their 5-second time penalty. Fixing that front wing as well. Now that. Oh, and he vision into the wall. Along with the DS Penske. Oh, Neil McLaren really riding the limits of Sector 1. Gonna go round the outside of Lucas Di Grassi. Oh, Mitch Evans into the wall. That's a Cupra Kiro of David Beckman into the wall as well. Felipe Djokovic with a 5-second time penalty. Pascal Wehrlein into the wall. Everyone just loves the walls today. Sebastian Webby coming into the pits. Nico Bola, the race leader, into the wall. Along with their Andretti teammate. And now, Antonio Fiesta Costa's going to take the lead. That's the Cupra Kiro of David Beckman into the wall. His Cupra Kiro teammate, Dan Ticktum, into the pits. Maximilian Guenta, Pascal Wehrlein, and Zane Maloney all coming out of the pits now. Oh no. Wehrlein and Maloney are coming into the pits, actually. Oh, now, well, it's out of the pits. What is going on? This is so confusing. Robin's gonna try and get around the outside of Antonio Felix da Costa to try and take the lead. Doesn't work. But am I seeing things? Am I seeing things? Taylor Barnard and Jean-Eric Verne still on those wets. Lads, come into the pits. Come on. Have some sense in you. Dear Lord. Absolutely stupid. Nico Muller lapping their Andretti teammate. Disappointing race so far. Oh, very close to the wall, Nico Muller. Side by side. Nico Muller gonna get the overtake on Norman Nato. Norman Nato's dropped to P8 after starting P2. Dak has took back the lead. But Robin coming close to the rear of that Porsche. Was close for a second, but I actually lied to you. Nowhere near it now. There is a lapped car in between them though. Might have slowed down Robin. I'm gonna have to learn how to say Robin's last name. Yellow flag in sector 2. What's happened? Oh, not much though. Track is already clear. Whoa. Calm down, Nico. You don't want to take as many risks. Because if you make one mistake round here, you're into the wall. The only place of real runoff is turn 1. And even that isn't much. David Beckman sets fastest lap while creeping in on sub 1 minute laps. Beckman did do that on 2 lap old softs though. So okay, so Jean-Eric Verne has come in for dry tyres. Taylor Barnard, what are you doing on 10 lap old wets in dry conditions? And why is it working? Why is Taylor Barnard still third? This should not be happening. What is going on? Now, you're going to be wondering why I'm doing this. Yeah, you're going to be wondering, where's the rest of the Solar Formula season? Well, Solar Formula has decided to stop, and the last Monza doubleheader will not take place. And we will now... Yeah, and now is Formula E and Formula 1 as the 2 series in what is newly rebranded as the Stellar Formula Racing Association. Stellar Formula Racing Association. I'm gonna have to check after the race, see how that's pronounced. 8 laps to the end now. Dak leads us into lap 12 of 19. Mitch Evans settling into the race. Lapping some cars. Cooper Kira manages to keep out the walls. Yeah, Mitch Evans is going to be lapping a few cars here on the way to the rear of Lucas Di Grassi. Could be chasing down Lucas now. 4 seconds is the gap. I don't think there's any more lap cars in between. But Di Grassi has got ahead of Norman Nato. Now Evans going to be chasing Nato, and I think Nato might have some damage. It's going to be a slightly easier job for Mitch Evans. Antonio Felix da Costa leads us into lap 13. Here, Vision Racing of Robin Fridge, yeah, it's Robin Fridge now. Yeah, and the Vision of Robin Friends has been able to close in to da Costa, yet might close in near the end of the race. Finally, Taylor Barnard into the pits. What tyres will Taylor be fitting? Gonna fit this off as Lucas Degrassi sets a sub 1 minute lap time to take the fastest lap. Incredible stuff from the Lola Yamaha ABT. Their new team principal will be very happy with that. Luckily the fastest lap point still exists. So that will actually mean something. Oh wait, no, hold on, no. Hold on. A second. I'm just gonna go for a second. Back up! Oh my god, what have I just missed? Norman Otto's out of the race! A huge pile-up through the tunnel. Anyways, I have just received word that the fastest lap point is no longer active in this series. Sad to see it go, but it is only 1 point. Not too much is lost. Antonio Felix da Costa still leading. The Envision Racing car hasn't been able to close in at all. We come through the tunnel now, where Norman Nato's race ended. Oh, all the two Porsches near collision. That could have took da Costa out of the race. Taylor Barnard on those new softs sets a 59.050 to take the new fastest lap. Incredible lap from the Neon McLaren. They are thinking about leaving the sport, so we might not see the papaya colours for much longer. And if they do leave, it's been a great they've had a great tenure in Formula E. I wish them all the best in Formula 1. But now, back to the race. I'm going to say that's 3.5 laps remaining. Now Antonio Felix da Costa needs to just put his foot down. No one's ahead of him. There isn't another lapped car for about a sector. Yellow flag. Speaking of sectors, yellow flag in sector 2. I think it's at the hairpin. Where is that? Couldn't tell. But Antonio Felix da Costa is going to lead us into lap 17 of 19. A great race for Antonio Felix da Costa. Oh, and that's Nico Muller into the wall. Oh, that's the DS Penske sideways. And what a save from said DS Penske. Well, sideways, but I think they've managed to keep it going. Jake Dennis is out of the Monte Carlo E-Prix, a late retirement for the Andretti. It's just so sad to see it. Virtual safety car. As Antonio Felix da Costa is going to lead us into the penultimate lap. Said it a bunch of times, I'm going to say it again. Dak has done everything correctly this race. But now, no one can catch him. Except for Robin Friends. I don't think they can though. I think the gap is just too much. Absolutely incredible stuff from the Porsche. Gave everyone a masterclass on how to drive around Monte Carlo. Sure, from an entertainment perspective, it might not be as entertaining to see races like this, where the leader has just ran away with it. Well, no, that's completely wrong, actually. It's completely wrong. Ignore me, I was completely wrong. Leading us into the final lap, Antonio Felix da Costa. Absolute dominance. I think the whole time was in the top 3. If they weren't coming out of the pit, if they didn't pit, they were in the top 3. The fastest sector 1 for Antonio. Coming through the tunnel, sticks to the inside. Now this chicane could end their race. It doesn't though. It just doesn't. Masterclass. Coming through sector 2. No, actually sector 3 now. Coming round the final corners. They're gonna take an early lead of the championship. Dak is back. Antonio Felix da Costa wins the Monte Carlo E-Prix. Incredible stuff. The division of Robin Friends is going to take P2. A great result for their new team principal. Sam Bird will take P3. Weaving through lapped cars. That's going to be Stoffel Van Dorn taking P4. It's going to be a Maserati 4th and 5th. Can't get on the podium. Still going to be a great result for Maserati. What a race. 5 retirements. Maloney, Wehrlein and Maximilian Guenter have been lapped. Dragovic been lapped twice. Same with David Beckman. Very broken front wing for Nico Muller there. And now they're coming around the final corner. Dan Ticktum will be the last of our finishers today. Here is your podium. Antonio Felix da Costa will stand atop the podium on that top step to start off this season. And will stand atop the drivers' standings to start the season. Robin Friends will take P2 from Vision Racing, a great result for their new team principal, Nicholas, person 29, or person 93. It's one of those two numbers, I'll have to check after the race. And Sam Bird will finish off the podium for Neil McLaren. Rest of our finishers today, Stoffel Van Dorn will take P4, Jake Hughes P5, Jean-Eric Van P6, Mitch Evans P7, Lucas Grassi P8, Taylor Barnard P9, Nico Muller P10, Zane Maloney takes P11, Pascal Wehrlein P12, Maximilian Guenter P13, Dan Ticktum P14, Sebastian Buemi P15, Felipe Dragovic P16, David Beckman P17, Jake Dennis P18, Norman Nato P19, Eduardo Mortara P20, Nick Cassidy P21, and Oliver Rowland, the last of our... Oh, wait, no, sorry. Right. David Beckman was the last of our finishers. The people who have retired from the race today, Jake Dennis, Norman Nato, Eduardo Mortara, Nick Cassidy, and Oliver Rowland are retirements today. And the results I have just read out are also the standings in the Drivers' Championship. Dak is atop the Drivers' standings checking the constructors' standings. Porsche stand atop the standings, but Maserati very close to second, and Vision Racing fourth. Neil McLaren, yeah, Vision Racing third, Neil McLaren fourth. DS Penske fifth, with Jaguar TCS Racing sixth, Lola Yamaha ABT seventh, with Andretti eighth, Nissan ninth, Mahindra 10th, and Cooper Kiro 11th. Thank you for watching with us today, and we will see you next time round for the Singapore E-Prix. Good night.